Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, GoTestPro Redefining Oracle Test Automation. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We just going to wait for a few seconds, and then we will start. Okay, so my name is Adnan Maqsood, and I am a QA practice head within Royal Cyber and a product owner in GoTestPro as well. With me is Howie. Howie, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Howie. I'm the AI engineer here at GoTestPro. I lead all the AI initiatives for the product.
Thank you, Harvey. Okay, as all of you know, today's session is around test automation in Oracle and how we can benefit and leverage that automation through like GoTest Pro. So I'm gonna start like Oracle testing basically is very different from traditional web-based testing. Oracle Fusion is highly dynamic and deeply integrated across multiple platforms and multiple business areas and processes. The biggest challenge comes from the Oracle quarterly releases, and once every quarter these releases comes in, so there are changes, new features which are sometimes mandatory, and sometimes some features are for opt-in. And once those features and the new changes integrated into your current Oracle releases, there are changes happening in the UI forms, in the DOM elements, and many other changes happening on the layout and in the business flows as well. And as a result, aggressive sort of a testing is required. And without any tool, that becomes more challenging. And QA team spends more time in running those test cases manually. Business flows becomes very slow, and on top of that, the regression scope is massive, which takes amount of time. So the critical processes like finance, approval, and asset management must be revalidated every quarter. And for all this happens under a consistent pressure to deliver faster without any tool or without test automation. It's challenge. So now let me talk and walk you through how GoTest Pro actually transforms the way Oracle quarterly upgrades are tested. Traditionally, teams waits for updates to analyze them manually. Release notes comes up, they create test cases around those release notes for the features they have integrated within their production environments. And once they start, they write down their test cases, run their testing, like the regression testing around that, which is slow and risky. With the GoTest Pro, the flow is very different. We start from the Oracle features and release notes, convert them into the user stories or PBIs, product backlog items, in Jira or such tools, and then feed those stories directly into the GoTest Pro. Our AI actually within the tool analyze the requirements, understand the business intent, and automatically generate test scripts. These test cases are then reviewed by the QA. So you always have a human control and execute against the Oracle environment and select the respective test cases which you want to be part of your test repository and maintain a proper traceability metrics around your requirements around the release notes as well. Now, what end user get or the benefit that end user gets is the faster deployments. They reduce the overall testing time by automating everything through GoTest Pro. And with the help of AI, they do not even have to write test cases. It will automatically be generated. They get the better coverage, consistent quality because they have a powerful or a test coverage or a test repository that can run around their requirements around the new features. So consistent quality is there, and the full audit trail in terms of a traceability that can be maintained from the release notes to the requirements and then going down into the user stories and the test cases. Now, deep dive into the GoTest Pro. I would like to invite Howie to take a stage and then take for the GoTest Pro as well.
Thank you,
Howie.
Adnan. Yes, I will walk you guys through an overview of the product, GoTestPro. So, GoTestPro is a cloud-based test automation platform purpose-built for the Oracle ecosystem. It is designed to address a very specific problem we consistently see with Oracle customers. Um, the Oracle workflows is slow, manual, and difficult to scale, especially with quarterly releases. At a high level, GoTestPro focuses on four core areas. First, cloud-based test automation designed for Oracle. GoTestPro can run in both local and cloud and is architected specifically to handle Oracle applications like Fusion, rather than generic web testing tools that struggle with Oracle's UI complexity and frequent updates. And second, rapid test creation, execution, and management without coding. Users don't need to write Selenium or Playwright scripts themselves. Instead, they describe the workflow they want to test, often starting from business level requirements like Jira stories, and GoTest Pro handles translating that intent into executable automation. And third, accelerating Oracle modernization through automation and AI assistance. As Oracle customers modernize processes or adopt to new Oracle features, test teams become a bottleneck. GoTest Pro uses AI to reduce the manual effort required to validate workflows after Oracle updates, helping teams move faster with more confidence. And finally, GoTest Pro is built to support both web and enterprise-grade Oracle applications. This is not just a lightweight UI testing. We are focused on enterprise workflows with complex forms, multi-step business processes, and real-world Oracle usage patterns. So to summarize this, GoTest Pro is not a generic automation tool. We're Oracle first, workflow driven, and focus on eliminating manual testing effort while keeping accuracy and enterprise reliability. Next slide, please. And next, we will introduce the features from GoTest Pro, an overview. So, although GoTest Pro is designed with QA teams in mind, one of the key principles behind the platform is that you don't need to be a test automation expert to use it. And we build a product around this principle. So this is especially important in Oracle environments where testing often involves business users, analysts, and functional leaders, not just engineers. So I'll walk through these features at a high level here. So for core test creation executions, GoTest Pro support codeless testing. Users can create and manage tests without writing scripts, which significantly lowers the barrier for Oracle function test. And for users who prefer a more guided approach, we also provide a feature that is Web Test Recorder, which allows workflows to be captured directly from the Oracle UI and reused as automated tests. We also provide lots of predefined out-of-box test cases that aligns with common enterprise and Oracle workflows. This will help teams get started faster rather than building everything from scratch. In terms of reliability and maintenance, a major challenge with Oracle testing is UI change, especially during quarterly updates. GoTest Pro addressed this with auto-healing capability, which help teams remain resilient when UI element changes or to reduce ongoing maintenance. We also support visual validation, which allows teams to confirm that pages and critical UI elements render as expected, such as assertion test. In terms of execution at scale, GoTest Pro supports scheduled test runs, making things easier to validate inside Oracle, such as before and after patching cycles. It is also DevOps compatible, meaning tests can be integrated into existing CI/CD pipelines where appropriate, while still remaining accessible to non-technical users. Multi-browser support also is enabled to ensure Oracle applications behave consistently across different environments and user setups. Um, in terms of coverage beyond UI, in addition to UI workflows, GoTest Pro also supports API testing, which is often required when validating Oracle integrations and downstream systems. We also support web platform testing, allowing teams to validate both Oracle applications and related enterprise web workflows within the same platform. And finally, um, GoTest Pro includes comprehensive dashboarding and reporting to give QA teams visibility into test results, trends, and failure. We also provide AI-assisted reports, which help summarize test outcome and highlight key issues. The goal here is to make results easier to understand and on, act on, not to replace human judgment, but reduce the time spent digging through raw logs from the QA teams. So to summarize this, um, GoTestPro brings together enterprise-grade Oracle testing capability with a no-code accessible experience that will enable both QA teams and non-technical Oracle users to collaborate on testing without increasing complexity. Next, I will talk about next slide, please. Um, Next, I will talk briefly about where AI fits into GoTestPro and why it matters. So in Oracle environment, testing challenges are not just technical; they are operational. AI in GoTest Pro is used to reduce friction and manual effort, not to replace QA teams or to take control away from the users. So there are four main reasons why AI is very important here. First one is to eliminate manual test bottlenecks. Oracle testing today often relies on people manually clicking through complex workflows after every release. GoTest Pro uses AI assistance to reduce that amount of manual work required to turn business workflows into repeatable tests, helping teams spend less time on setup and more time on validation. Um, and second is scale testing across Oracle releases. Oracle quarterly updates frequently introduce new UI behavior changes. AI is there to help GoTest Pro adapt tests more easily across releases, reducing the effort needed to rework existing test assets when Oracle changes seems, when Oracle changes, especially in the screen flows or layouts. Um, and third is understand business intent, not just clicks. Traditional automations tool focus too much on low-level actions such as clicks, um, asserting values in fields or selectors. GoTest Pro focus more on the business intent, such as hire an employee or update compensation or complete a payroll process, rather than just individual UI interactions. So AI helps bridge that gap by aligning test steps with what the users is trying to accomplish, not just where they clicked. And last, faster time to converge. Because AI reduces the effort needed to create and maintain tests, teams can cover more Oracle workflows in less time. This is especially valuable when new Oracle features are released and testing timelines are compressed. So AI in GoTest Pro is meant to be assistive and practical. It helps teams to move faster, scale testing, and reduce manual effort while keeping QA teams fully in control of what gets tested and validated. And next, now we'll show how this comes together in practice with inside our GoTest Pro applications. So to give a little background, this is the Oracle release notes. In here, we have an accounting events, which is introduce a feature that this new release is adopting. This is an opt-in feature. So what we did is we create a Jira story for this new feature, and we will connect that to GoTest Pro's applications, where the application is able to read from this Jira story and able to use the AI to generate test cases for this. So you can see generate from Jira, where we will connect to the specific Jira story. We're able to see the Jira story content here as well. So because in the backgrounds, this feature uses a really advanced research AI model. So it will take 2 or 3 minutes to run. While it runs, I can give you show you how GoTestPro uses AI to transform Oracle Fusion test automation end to end. So everything begins with something teams already use today, a Jira story or a business requirement. Instead of asking QA teams to translate that manually into automations, GoTestPro uses AI to generate a clear, natural language test plan that reflects the intended Oracle workflow. And this helps align business users, functional tester, and QA teams around the same understanding of what is being tested. From there, GoTestPro uses AI to convert that test plan into executable automation without user needing to write a code. As Anon demonstrated, it was just, the focus is on test generation and structure, not just recording clicks, right? This allows tests to better represent real Oracle Fusion workflows, such as multi-step processes and role-based actions. And once these tests generated, it can be executed from end to end, from setup through validation to results. This enables teams to automate complete Oracle Fusion workflows rather than isolated UI setups. And because the tests generated based on intent and workflows, not hard-coded scripts, they are more resilient to Oracle quarterly updates. And this reduces the amount of rework required when Oracle introduces UI or flow changes. And finally, once the tests are executed, validated, and results are returned to the users in a way that will support both QA analysis and business review. So let's go back to the generated test cases. As we can see here, we have generated 5 test cases, and then we have the test cases, specific test cases generated on the right side. There are about 40 steps here. And of course, we also have a data-driven feature where you can upload your own data to fill up these data fields. Our AI, and currently the AI is only using the placeholder values for security reasons. And once we are saved to these test cases, we are able to let's go back to the one that we already saved. We were able to see that the description here, um, the step by steps test cases, right? So yeah, so this is an overview of our AI feature to generate test cases based on the release notes that can be converted into Jira stories.
Okay, thank you, Howie. So now I would like to show another demo where I will be selecting some specific test cases around HCM module from Oracle Fusion. I will go into a specific test project that I've created for this webinar today, where we will have multiple test cases, but out of those test cases, I will just like to pick one as of now to demonstrate. This is around resume parsing. The whole flow is that what is happening is that whenever there is a new job application or applicants that are coming up to apply on the portal, what they do is that they apply for a specific job. And once they apply for a specific job, their resume get passed through the GoTestPro. And we are trying to validate some of the fields, like we are parsing the resume here in this use case, and then validating the content of that resume, which is populated in different fields, that if that is appearing perfectly fine or not. How GoTestPro works, GoTestPro, as Howie told initially, we have multiple sort of an execution. Either we can run the test case locally on the environment, or we can go with the cloud execution. Cloud execution actually provides us more options and features where we can configure the test run on multiple cloud instances with different configuration in operating systems, browser resolutions, browser versions, and may also we can configure the test runs on the mobile devices as well. If we have any such requirements where we have to run the test scenarios on multiple mobile devices, we can do that. And then we can run the test cases either on the parallel or on the sequential format. If we have a number of test cases, a large amount of test cases that we have to run, then definitely we will opt for the parallel execution. Right now, I will run the test case as a local execution so that I can demonstrate how the test execution looks like. So yeah, right now, a new browser instance has been launched along with the Chrome extension for GoTestPro. And this is my application that is under test. Right now, I'm just gonna wait for my application to load successfully. Once I will have the application instance ready, it will start executing the test steps that are there on my screen as of now. And the tool itself gonna wait for the instances to load. It will not, we are not putting any sort of hard or implicit or explicit waits. It automatically detects that once the elements are visible on the screen, it proceed further. So now we're gonna log in into the environment. Once we log in, then we're gonna proceed with the different other steps that are there within the test case. So this test case also consists of multiple test steps. And right now you can see on the left hand side, all the test steps that are getting passed, marked as passed. In case of any failure, we will see the cause of the failure. Then we can go into the debug mode where we can raise the tickets back into the Jira where developer get all the details in the log. Right now, I'm navigating into the recruitment and the candidate experience where I go into the career site. And once I'm on the career site, I will go and apply for a specific job and then proceed with the resume parsing. And then the whole parsing mechanism will be done and tested through this test case. Yes. Right now, the tool also navigating and handling all sort of pop-ups that are coming up. Also, any windows that are being opened that being handled like iframes and all that can be handled as well. I have just used our random email function here to generate the random email every time I run this test case. Here, what I'm doing is that I'm waiting for this page to load. Then I will upload automatically a resume within the carrier site, and then wait again to resume to be loaded successfully. In the fields will be populated. Okay, now the field's data has been populated. Once the wait time is over, the assertions been start happening. You can see all the fields that are getting validated will be marked as yellow, that the validations and the checks has been proceeded on these specific fields, and the whole execution has been completed. Now, once I save the run, I will have my test execution automatically saved. This is how the local execution looks like, and we can see how quickly the test was done. If I move towards the test results section now to show you how results look like. So this was the test case that was executed right now, and within that test, I will get all the test steps that were executed along with all the details like what was the test step, if the test step was passed or failed. Along with that, I will get a PDF report. Similarly, if this test case was run or executed on the cloud, we have got more details in terms of a video recording and screenshots, and those details were there as well. Now going back into some of the other key features that GoTestPro actually provides. Okay, so within that, if I go back into the my test repository that was there within my test case, if I tell you how apart from the AI, if I have any other use case that I want to automate, so still we can do that. We have this record button within every test case, which we can utilize. We can hit on it, and what it will do is that it will launch my application test and along with my browser extension. And now we do not have any test step available. All the operations that we're going to perform a use case and end-to-end flow on my test instance that will get recorded automatically in my extension. Right now you can see that I have executed a click operation on my username field, and it automatically captures three steps where I am navigating. If I go just quickly into login field, I will enter some data. For example, I'm entering the username. Okay, so it captures my username as well. Apart from if we have some sort of like if we have to for security, we also provide test like the masking or encryption. So any sensitive data can be encrypted by turning on a toggle button here in the edit mode. If you turn on this, it will be converted into an encrypted key, so the username and the password and all the credentials can be encrypted. Apart from that, the tool also provide many other features, like if you have to run an API call or you have to test your backend, so you can use API testing or API data can be asserted right here while you are running the test case from the front end. By clicking on the APIs, we will provide our endpoints here, get some JSON responses in the response body. We can validate it, we can utilize it, and do a lot more with that. Apart from that, tool also support multi-factor authentication. We also you can put conditional statements like if and else. If you have any assertions that you have to do, you can utilize the tool to put any validation or assertions by simply right click on the screen, and once you do that, you will do it. Apart from that, you can also enter the assertions by just selecting the assertion page here and validate. For example, I need to put an assertion on Oracle homepage that I'm landed on the homepage. I will select it and I will add my assertion, and it will all add all the assertions here. And once I'm done, I will just hit the save button and it will create my test case. So it is very handy, even for the business users who know the processes, who know the end flows. They can automate everything with GoTest Pro. Just touching on the scheduling and the CI/CD side as well now, that how once we have the test repository ready, how we can configure that test repository into nightly builds coming up or any major upgrades happening. So once you have all these test cases automated through GoTest Pro, they are linked with their respective test plans. And once there is an upgrade happening, like maybe 26A will come in, so once that is there, so you will go into your scheduling section of the tool. And from here, you can select some test plans that you want to run against that release, and then provide a specific name to that run that you want to schedule, and schedule it for a specific date and time. Once you do that, you will select the environment on which you have to run it, and you will submit it. And now automatically on the specific date and time, those test cases actually will run and provide the end report and results to the users, and they can see which test cases are getting failed, which were passed, what is the current health and state of your their migrate like the upgrade that happened. And this is how it whole like GoTest Pro actually make the job very simple for end users and the testers as well. Okay, going back to the deck. Okay. Okay, now we are open towards any question and answers. If anyone have any question regarding the tool, how it can do the automation for Oracle Fusion, EBS, so we are more than happy to take those questions. I will take like 15 seconds pause so that we can get some questions, and then I will take those questions one by one. Okay, so I got the first question, which is can GoTest Pro validate Oracle reports, PDFs, and financial outputs? Yes, so the answer is yes. Or like GoTest Pro can validate any PDF or any documents that is there. So if you have any document that needs to be validated, so you need to upload that test document or the output document into your test case. And once that been passed through GoTest Pro, you can validate each content by doing some assertions, picking up the content as in the variables, and then validate those variable values to your actual output that you are expecting to have within GoTest Pro, like within your test case. So that can be actually validated. Yes, that can be validated. The second question is, how does auto healing work when Oracle changes UI element? Howie, would you like to answer this one?
Yes. So there are multiple ways that we have implemented to ensure that UI element change will be corrected. First one is every release, we will create knowledge base for any new UI changes, so that under the hood the test cases can be auto updated. And second is we also have a feature that can auto detect any UI shift that needs to be corrected, and then to fix the existing any test cases.
Okay. Thank you. The last question is there: how does GoTestPro handle MFA and Oracle security constraints? So yes, GoTestPro actually supports multi-factor authentications, or even if you guys are using Okta or any other tools, so that can be actually integrated with GoTestPro, and we can that can be validated. And in terms of security, yes, we manage every security protocols within GoTestPro, and that can be handled as well. Okay. Next question is from the AI form, Gerard. Does it only build it after the stand up, or the product owners approve it? Okay, so once we have the requirements ready and available in Jira, so we can integrate those requirements directly to GoTestPro. If there is any workflow that is in place in Jira, that will take place on its own. Like if any user story is approved and it's part of the current sprint cycle, and you have configured your Jira instance with GoTestPro, then that active user stories from that specific sprint will be pulled in. So if that story is part of your ongoing sprint, that can be integrated with the project in GoTestPro, and then you can create test cases on top of those requirements that are there in the Jira. Yeah. Any just I will wait maybe 10 more seconds if there is any other question from the participants. Okay, I think that's it from the Q&A session. As a next step, what we would like to offer from today's session, all of you guys who have taken a part in today's session can scan this QR code and can book a meeting with us where we can demonstrate and personalize the demo for you guys, and also can provide you a free access or a trial period on GoTestPro, where you can use the AI capabilities of GoTestPro to leverage all test automation, create the test cases, and see the actual value and the ROI that GoTestPro actually can bring into your organization, and you can benefit and enhance your testing. And through that, you can actually get a lot great results once you have all the test repository ready. So scan this QR code kindly and book the meeting so that we can set up a free trial accounts for each one of you. Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us today. And we would like to hear back from you with the feedbacks and the survey. After this session, a survey will be shared with each one of you. So I would emphasize if you can fill it up so that we can get your feedback in return. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, guys.